Sorry, I was feeling parched. Last time, this thing was on that side of the couch completely.
I'm just sitting here watching a man and he's just laughing at the time go by. And he ain't going nowhere too soon, but when he doesn't know, I know he'll fly.
Good evening. Welcome to Wine with Dana. I'm not sure how all of you feel today, but I feel like it's been a hell of a day. I feel that at the end of the day, I'm so mentally, physically, emotionally drained that sometimes it's hard to do anything and to even think. I thought I would tell you about a lovely experience Brandon and I, my husband, had this weekend. So one of my best friends from New Jersey and her family came up. She has a daughter who's 6, and Addison, my daughter, is 4. And after dinner and after we put Jackson, my 1.5-year-old, to bed, we were just kind of hanging out on the couch. The girls asked if they could go in the basement and play, and we said sure. So we were sitting on the couch, the 4 of us adults, and somebody said that it seemed a little quiet downstairs, and we all kind of giggled, and Brandon was like, I just checked on him like 10-15 minutes ago. Everything should be fine. So a couple minutes later, Tara, my best friend, went downstairs in the basement to find this 6-year-old and this 4-year-old took dry erase markers and put art on every single wall around the entire basement, and all of the baseboard, wrote their names, wrote pictures. There are no words for how I felt. Somehow I did not freak out. And we actually, after Magic Eraser did not work, we got it off with multi-surface Windex. So FYI, if anyone has experiences like this, give that a shot. We made the girls help us. The poor little girl came or kept saying to her parents, like, Addison told me it was okay and we were allowed to do this. And Addison sort of had no remorse and thought it was funny and exciting that she got to go downstairs and help clean up the basement. Why do babies have to go poop? Why? Like, why is it 5 seconds before you're ready to walk out the door? The bags are packed, the kids' lunches, everything. You're ready to go, and then you smell this most awful smell, and you're already probably running late, and you have to stop what you're doing, become even more late, and change the baby's diaper. There's something that a baby knows, like, right now is the worst time ever for mom or dad to poop, and I'm gonna do it. Last week, I really appreciate somebody commented on something real estate wise that they wanted to hear. So I thought I'd just talk about it briefly. One of the most common types of loans is an FHA loan. The reason why it's the most common is because it requires the least amount of money down, and that's 3.5%. So let's pretend you're buying a $200,000 house and you're putting down that 3.5%. You're looking at about $7,000 as a down payment. Another type of loan that's common, if somebody was able to save a little bit more money and or they have equity from the sale of their current home, they can put 5% down. So on a $200,000 loan, you're talking about $10,000. And I would say there's some benefits of doing a conventional loan versus an FHA loan. The other thing that's a big chunk of change when you're buying a house is what's called closing costs. Our market is beginning to shift, and it did last year because inventory is so low, meaning there's not enough houses for the amount of buyers that want to purchase. So even though I would say the market is shifting to the seller's advantage, buyers still can try to negotiate, have their agent negotiate for them to get 6% closing cost assistance, because it costs about 6% to close on a house. So again, that same example, $200,000 house. Oh, hold on. Let me just take a sip real quick. Sorry, I was feeling parched. So on a $200,000 house, those closing costs would be $12,000. So as I mentioned, that's a big chunk of change. But there is still the opportunity to try and get the seller to pay for some of that, all of that. Just kind of depends on your financial situation. And with that being said, everybody's financial situation is so different. So it definitely behooves you to talk to somebody that you know and trust and kind of ask questions, whether it's somebody from a bank, a mortgage company, a real estate agent that you know. But there are a lot of options. And on a side note, there are some really great programs out there for first-time home buyers that actually have no money down options. And then again, getting your closing costs paid by the seller would allow you to essentially buy a house with little to no money down. Those programs were a thing of the past, but some local banks in our area, and I know in other areas, are really trying to help the local economy and help first-time home buyers purchase a home. So those are my tidbits for today. I hope everybody, all you parents out there, get to have some sort of relaxing moment this evening, some sort of sanity. Mine, again, is this couch and this wine. There's plenty of productive things that I should be doing. Whether I have the energy or strength to do them right now, it's probably not the case. So I hope you all have a great week and a great weekend, and I guess maybe I'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed tuning in this evening. If you wouldn't mind, it would be super awesome if you could like or share. You know, the buttons are right down here. And or please give me feedback. Like, what else do you want to hear? What else would be relevant? What else would be valuable? I hope you can also kind of commiserate with me, because I feel like, again, being a working mom, being a working parent is crazy pants. Bye.
I'm just sitting here watching a man, and he's just laughing at the time go by. And he ain't going nowhere too soon, but when he doesn't know, I know he'll fly. And he's waiting for a phone